I just counted and I have talked about over 50 bad mobile games on this channel just to make fun of them. So today I am going to be digging as deep as possible to find the worst of the worst. I want you to leave this video feeling like you've had a stroke, feeling like you've had a brain aneurysm due to all of the garbage mobile games that I'll be exposing to you. Why? Well, that's because this is what you content goblins want. You need an 11th part to this series, so that's what I'm doing here today, and we're gonna do it bigger and better than ever, and then after... well, after we'll just have to see where the night takes us. So for this video, I decided to look up legit characters into the App Store and then scroll past all of the real and official games by said characters and only download the rip-off, the bootleg versions. For example, for SpongeBob, I'm downloading Sponge and Crab Neighbors, Ocean Gang Neighbor Escape, Scary SpongeBob Neighbor Escape 3D, Sponge Neighbor Story 3D. These are not cherry-picked at all. These are all of the first bootleg SpongeBob games that came up for me. I don't know why there's so many neighbor games, but don't forget about Epic Sponge Run. So Sponge and Crab Neighbors is this 3D game that takes place in this small rundown town. And I'm pretty sure this doesn't even take place underwater. I'm not seeing any pineapples, no Eastern Island heads, just depression. And honestly, yeah, I feel that. So if you couldn't tell by the titles of these games, these are Hello Neighbor ripoffs. All you do in the first one are just these menial tasks, which always involves you walking in and out of the house, interacting with objects, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes you have to avoid this terrifying crab monster, sometimes it's this terrifying sponge monster, and sometimes it's this guy? Who is this? I doubt this landlubber can even breathe underwater. You also play as these two characters, and sometimes you play as the sponge and also have to avoid the same sponge in the same level. There's just no consistency, there's no rhyme or reason for anything, no logic at all. I'm not even seeing any snails that can meow. Please, for the love of God, get a grip on reality. Okay, anyway, this game plays so bad. It is so frustrating as there's very little context on what even to do. And sometimes, the enemies just get you, man. It's like a freaking horror movie out there. But I stuck it out and beat the entire game. Ocean Gang Neighbor Escape has you doing the exact same stuff, but this time you get to pick which Uncanny Valley SpongeBob character you want to play as. This is that peanut guy, this is Sandy in her mouse form. I have no fucking idea what they were going for here. I don't even have a joke prepared for this one. This really could be their attempt at Patrick, and if that's the case, fuck you. This is Marge Simpson, Mr. Krabs, Alien Plankton, and good old Squidward, which is who I played as. This is quite literally the same game as the last one, but worse. If you can believe it, you're given even less direction here. In the first level, you have to go to the second floor, but almost every single time I went to the second floor, I was immediately gifted with an ad. And almost every single time that ad was over, I was getting attacked by some random ass peanut guy, and I could do nothing about it, and I would just die. Because of that, it took me 12 minutes of attempts to beat that one level. For context, my successful playthrough for that level only took 1.5 minutes, and it took me only 20 minutes to beat the entire game for the last one we looked at. And it took me 12 minutes to beat this one level. So yeah, I gave up on the game, but I didn't give up on you. Please keep watching. I know for a fact some of you guys are commenting right now to put my plan on airplane mode, and spoiler alert, I've known that was a thing the entire time.
I don't need that comment on every single video.
Some games do not work when airplane mode is turned on, and I really enjoy ads like this one. So, Scary SpongeBob Neighbor 3D is essentially the same game, but I could not find the SpongeBob correlation. You play as this rat, and I could not beat this first level as it requires you to jump on this counter, which I was able to do once and only once. However, as soon as I got on top of that counter, I accidentally fell off and got ratioed. So I kept trying to jump on the counter again over and over for 5 minutes straight unsuccessfully. How did I even get up there the first time? I don't know. Sponge Neighbor Story 3D looks like this very bad Roblox game, and honestly, I can't tell you what I'm supposed to be doing in this. I can't tell you much about the game at all. The enemies can overwhelm you and kill you just way too easily. I wasn't able to do a single goddamn thing in this game. But don't forget about Epic Sponge Run. I know you forgot about it. I told you not to. This is basically a single-player, more boring and more depressing version of Fall Guys, albeit it is spongier. They did not lie about that. So how about that Joe Biden, huh? Pretty cute, huh? And those policies of his, huh? I literally couldn't tell you a single thing he's done. I don't follow politics. But you did say soda. I do know about that. Soda! And do you remember those memes in like 2014 or 15 or so with Obama and Joe being best friends? Those are pretty cool. Reminiscing of all these good times makes me really want to play a good old round of Flappy Joe game. Do I even need to elaborate here?
The way China will respond is when we gather the rest of the world that in fact believes in free in open trade and making sure that we're in a position that the world that we deal with WHO.
Joe, what are you trying to say? This game is just called Biden. You can have him say some specific quotes, you can watch these animated cutscenes with Obama, and play another version of Flappy Joe and this other mini game. And by the way, there's another app that is quite literally the same thing called Bosses, but I believe you can play as more presidents or political figures. But what is original is this game called Sleepy Joe's Ice Cream Adventures. It's a political satire game where Joe beats people up. It's probably my game of the year, just don't ask me about the cutscenes. Okay, actually it was my game of the year until this Where's Waldo ripoff featuring Joe Biden came out. Okay, no, but seriously, this game has major unrealistic expectations of you. There are way too many people that look way too similar to Joe in way too short amount of a time. I don't know how you're supposed to get past level 2. However, I am looking forward to playing the Trump and Obama DLC, but this section is about Joe and Joe only. Well, that is what I intended to do until I found this just excellent Obama quiz in this game called Obama Run. Obama Run is basically just Flying Gorilla, but even more memey. Don't ask me why all the patterns are Vin Diesel. Flying Gorilla was also the first bad mobile game that I reviewed on this channel, and I kinda regret that now. That game is just as bad as the rest, but everybody treats it like it's the best game ever because it is just so memey. Is memey a word? I don't know. However, that mindless praise of Flying Gorilla only contributes to the lazy and greedy business model of most mobile games nowadays. By supporting Flying Gorilla, all you are doing is telling these sketchy game devs that their destructive business practices are valid as long as they turn their game into a meme. I spit on thy who support Flying Gorilla. I spit on thy. I need a cold shower. Thanks. I also bought these Joe Biden sticker packs with real money. All these packs are transparent pictures of Joe that can be accessed in the little bar where you find emojis and whatnot. So basically, I paid for a bunch of pictures that I could easily find online and a little place for them to live. However, they do amplify all conversations. This is objective. My relationship with my boy Josh would not be nearly the same without this. Highly recommended. Alright, let's now go down the rabbit hole of Elsa ripoff. This is Frozen Queen. I don't know why it's cropped like this. I'll zoom in on it for you because I'm a nice guy. I selected to play as Anya, but it turns out she's paid DLC. I am positive she's worth the price. Anya would not let me down. However, I just spent too much money on these Joe Biden packs. So Anya, please wait for me. I need to make money off of this YouTube video first, and then I can purchase you. Yeah, no, actually subscribe for Anya updates. I'll tell you in a future video if I bought the Anya pack, if this video made enough money to buy it. Okay, anyway, I am going with Ella. Not Elsa, different characters entirely. So we're just washing her face here, and for no good reason, I can't even use this lotion. I swear to God, if this lotion is more paid DLC. So instead of using the lotion or doing anything else, I just kept washing and rewashing her face over and over, listening to how spa is super important over and over until I realized I had to swipe to the side to get more options to clean her face and make her face look like some wrapping paper, I guess. You can also do some pretty thrilling stuff like pop her pimples and pluck her eyebrows. If only I could pop Anya's eyebrows. Wait for me, my queen. I don't know what this side story is. I'm over it. Okay, now we're adding this cream, or at least I would like to. When you click on the cream, all that happens is you get a pointer to her chin, and you just can't do anything else. Oh, I'm getting a call. Oh, hey, Dad. Hey, stop calling me to tell me I'm useless. I know I'm useless. I can't even put the cream on Ella's chin. But at least I could get to the end of the game where I could actually dress up Ella. And thank God there's a button to take a picture of this. I don't know how else I would have taken a screenshot. And now I can easily send her to Josh. Josh loves this kind of stuff. He'll miss me when I'm gone. I think it's time for Pregnant Elsa. This game is called Ice Mommy, and the first 2 levels are us pampering Elsa. In the second one, she gets this sick baby bump, and in the next one, we're pampering a horse. Is this a character? I don't know. I've never seen the movies. So now we're back to Elsa, but we can't see her baby bump, so what's even the point? I'm only making these weird jokes because these types of games have 2 specific audiences. Little kids or people with pregnant fetishes. Which category do you fall into? You have to pick right now. Let me know in the comments below. What other reasons are there for there being so many of these games? Anyway, this game is a constant question of, am I actually making any progress? There is virtually no feedback in this game whatsoever. And good luck finding the hitboxes. If you get to the fingernail cutting level and you want to save yourself a solid 2 minutes, then I'll tell you right now that the hitboxes are slightly to the right of the fingernails for no reason. Alright, the baby's born now, which is all fine and dandy, but we didn't even get to see the birthing scene. Why am I even playing the game? I am spiraling right now. Whatever, let's just clean up the gross baby and then we'll dress them up. However, there is no screenshot button here. How else am I supposed to send a picture of my creation to my boy Josh? 1 star. However, I can now spend the coins that I've been earning throughout this entire game to unlock this Find the Difference minigame. To unlock the other 2 minigames, I will have to play the entire game again to have enough coins to be able to buy it. It's alright, I've been through worse. I lived through 2020. Finally, I've earned enough coins to unlock the last 2 minigames, and they're both very, very simple jigsaw puzzles. 2 stars. So right now I know exactly what you're thinking. Please tell me you have more Pregnant Elsa games. Yeah, I got 3 more. Here's Ice Princess Grows, or should I say Construction Games Build House. I mean, I got an ad for this game immediately after opening it, so it's in the video now. If you thought the 1 baby level in the last game was fun, well then buckle up because that's all this game is. But this time the baby speaks to you.
Thank you.
No, don't talk to me until you've developed object permanence. Now you feed this absolute nightmare of a child, and no, please don't speak to me. You're creepy enough before you started talking. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm really enjoying this game so far. Too bad it keeps crashing after level 6. Do you want to bathe Pregnant Elsa and then have a very difficult time finding hitboxes again? The hitbox is the bottom left of her head for almost everything if you wanted to know. There's no screenshot option after you dress her either. Josh needs updates of my creations or he will have a panic attack. The next 2 Pregnant Elsa games, Ice Mommy's New Princess Baby and Princess Hair Salon, are literally nothing we haven't seen before. Pony Games Fun Dress-Up Games for Girls Ever 3 is more of the same, but now with ponies. World Ice Princess has you murdering this snowman, or at least coming close, because I'm pretty sure that last hit is impossible. I should know. I spent 3 minutes trying to hit the motherfucker. But you know what? At least in this princess or Elsa subgenre, it's original. Salon's pretty good because it's all about Elsa's feet, and there's actually a screenshot button so I can send this one to my boy Josh. I know he's gonna love this one.
Okay, I know I said I didn't want to be pushy, but you always fuck me over when I really need you. Bring Joe back. I'm there for you day and night. But when it comes down to returning the favor, you're never there. Just like how you went there for my mom's.
Huh. I guess he really likes Joe. That was a pretty good investment.
Your mobile game series peaked after Raid Shadow Legends.
What? My mobile gaming series fell off after my Raid Shadow Legends video? You know what? He's fucking right. Time after time, I have dissected these mobile games, or maybe they were dissecting me the entire time. Why do you guys demand more in the comments? Are 10 videos not enough for you? Do you want me to review more runner games? Because they are all the same. I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to recognize these niche animations in these mobile games. This well is dry. That's it! No more mobile games! Only Angry Birds. You did this. I'm an Angry Birds only channel now. Oh, but why don't you make videos on good mobile games? I already do that.
Why don't you watch everything I upload?
No, but seriously, what other mobile game do you want me to review? Do you want me to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse's turkey shooting game? Because I won't. Top 10 reasons why my wife cheated on me with a yellow bird from Angry Birds. This used to be me. I used to be cool, and now I'm bald. All because of you. I just got done making a review of every single Angry Bird level ever made. There's no more mobile games. Do you want me to talk about this other bird app instead? The one that's controlled by a snake oil salesman? The one I can't even get 1,000 followers on?
Why doesn't everyone follow my Twitter?
Alright, that's it. Give me the baseball bat. I mean, I still might make another new mobile games video at some point. We'll see if I have anything new to say on the topic. Stay tuned for top 10 reasons why my wife cheated on me with a yellow bird from Angry Birds coming up next. Number 2 is yellow's her favorite color. I was outmatched from the start.